Now, I've just been looking at a few incredible pieces of work, and I think you have a lot to do with it. Tell me your name, introduce yourself, please. What's your name?
I'm Jacek Kowalski. I've been a photographer full-time for the last 5 years since retiring from my work as a scientist.
Actually, tell everybody a little bit about that retirement part. What kind of work did you do before this?
So I worked in vaccine research, and I spent 35 years in that doing original work and trying to survive in the publish and perish game, and it was very good to me. But when I retired, I wanted to do something radically different.
You know, I think this is a completely different page from what you were just talking about. Now, you've been doing photography for about 4 or 5 years. You seem to have a general theme. I don't want to maybe say we're looking back into the past, but I think we are. Tell me about that. Your thoughts?
Well, the whole idea is nostalgia. I'm fascinated by the idea. I mean, the definition of the word nostalgia, it comes from the Greek, and it essentially translates into homesickness. So nostalgia has those elements of both fascination with beauty and with intricacy of something. At the same time, there's a sense of loss, that this is something that has been lost and is not recoverable. So I try to capture that drama in my photographs.
And I think you've captured it rather well, because I'm seeing objects, visuals of different things. I'm seeing people, and we happen to be standing in front of one that I think is rather unique. Looks like a locomotive from about what period of time?
So this would
and I'm going to stand over here so I can hear you talk and see that at the same time. Go ahead.
This would be, this is photograph of the locomotive outside the museum in Paterson, New Jersey.
Okay.
It's from the very early 1900s. This locomotive was used in the construction of the Panama Canal.
Oh, wait, say that again? It was used in the construction of the Panama Canal? How do you know that?
I read up on that.
Do they have a little sign next to it?
No, I went and researched it, actually. If you look it up on the internet,
you can find that out, huh?
You find out what the history of it was, yeah.
And I think black and white on so many items depicts that period of time a little bit stronger. Do you find that to be the case?
Yes, I find very often that if I'm photographing something historical, I like to use black and white simply because that's the way it was photographed in the past.
Now, we have a couple of interesting things, and I'm just going to segue here. Now, we have a little bit of a reflection because of the glass. Yes, come on over here on this side. I want to talk to you about this gentleman right here, because this guy looks interesting. Tell me something about him.
Well, this gentleman is a Civil War reenactor, and he was kind enough to come to the meeting of Ridgewood Camera Club that I belong to in Ridgewood, New Jersey. And we had him there. We had some lights, and all of the photographers had their cameras out, and we're photographing these individuals who were, he's obviously...
Get a little closer to us so I get you both my shots nice and loud now.
He's obviously very intently into recreating a personality, maybe not a specific personality, but something that in his mind reflects the personality.
So you actually got a chance to meet this person. This is a person that does exist for real.
Oh, yes.
Did he know you were going to be doing this and showing it?
Well, he knew. He was at the club in order to be photographed.
So he understands that, huh?
So he understands that, I'm sure.
Well, very interesting.
But I find Civil War reenactors to be very interesting people because they really make an attempt to project a historical personality.
And I think, speaking of history, just turn around, get close to this, and tell me about this one, because this is one of my last ones, but this looks like some kind of thing from a long time ago. What am I looking at here?
This is photographed also in Paterson, New Jersey, and it's the wall of an old industrial building. And I guess the building had been there so many times that they had knocked out windows and openings many times. But what fascinated me about it is that even though these 3 windows are different, they have the same shape.
Yes, and they have the same feeling too.
Right. So And it just has that feeling of something that had been used over and over and over again. And
Yeah.
now it's just a wall, and you would walk past it and you wouldn't even know it was there.
But you're saving that memory, and we can have it right there.
Yes.
You've had other shows besides this one, I'm assuming, right?
Well, I have, this is my first show
Oh, it is?
of my own work, but I have
Other shows within groups, I believe,
other
right?
shows that I contributed to and won prizes in, yes.
How do you feel when people are actually seeing your work? How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel very good. I just hope other people can see the same things that I saw.
Well, I'm going to help people try and see this particular show. By the way, do you know how long it's running here at the Maurice M. Pine Library, at the Pine Gallery?
It's running until August the 25th.
Okay, so people have enough time to stop by. I'm going to let people know that this is here. I always support art and film, and I don't always get a chance to chat with the artist, photographer, so I think it's kind of special, and I liked your background. Thank you for coming down. I'm sorry I missed your
Thank you.
grand opening, but I wanted to capture this moment.
Okay.
Now, continue good luck with your work, okay? Continue good luck with your work.
Thank you.
All right, folks. Once again, a little reminder, we are here at the Maurice M. Pine Gallery. And actually, it's the Pine Gallery. We're on the second floor. It's the library here in Fairlawn. You know that they always have wonderful shows. This is just another one. All right, so look for me. I'll be coming around your neck of the woods real soon. Until we meet again, my name is Wayne Robbins. I'll see you next time inside Fairlawn.